Good evening. Remorides is a startup company founded 4 years ago, and with the main aims to have a software developed for have complete control regarding process. Why industry versus maintenance and people 1.0? Because all the day we spoke about industry, but nobody take care about the other process inside the industry. I mean maintenance and people. Because don't forget that industry is made by people. But all of us are thinking always about industry, but forget about people. So anyway, this is some chapter. This one is the main idea about the scenario of today, Industry 4.0, the idea, suggested scenario, and our story. In a really short time to have an idea about what we do. Okay, this is the main idea about Industry 4.0. What you see is robots, plant, tablet, ERP, 3D printing, everything related to cyber-physical aspect. I don't know what it means, but Wikipedia says this is a cyber-physical company. So, okay, this is what the people think. So this is some slide that I took from internet. This is from Festo, and it says what is the plant of the future. So you see there from outside, inside, company, robot, connection, and the other part is the Internet of Things. So every day we speak about connection. I mean, 11 billion, 15 billion, I don't know, in 2015, 17, whatever. And so the main idea of everyone is the Industry 4.0, like we say today. You see from at the beginning to now, what is the Industry 4.0 is the robot. So machine, PLC, SCADA, robots. This is our thinking today about Industry 4.0. And so, what is the actual scenario? I mean, there is the mainstream of machine, completely different. There is a firewall, there is a maintenance team, and another team again. There is a worker or production or control, all the documents, all not related to the production. So this is completely different kind of field. And nobody connects this field to the other one. So, what is the main thinking? Okay, we are moving to Industry 4.0, and so we need to increase this information, the connection between machine and the factory. What it means? We increase the more and more data, and we connect the ERP, MES, CAD, historian. We bring all this data, we check this data, but we forget also this part. And so, was also for us, was our main goal at the beginning of our story. So, I'm an engineer, with also my partner, and so we was completely focused on this part. So, a small jump in our story, just only to show you what it was our process. We started in 2002. We met before 2002, but anyway, we involved Engine Soft, with Leo in particular, this here, in that thanks. And we start to design, in particular, Ride Tech is for amusement ride, and we develop a lot of things. And I had the opportunity to work around the world and meet clients, meet information, and try to understand what it was the needs. So, seated on the table after the disaster earthquake in Italy, we defined that in 2012 we decided to create something dedicated to, in particular, amusement field. So this is the name Remorides is remote rides, connection between remote control and amusement rides. And so our idea was to bring a main machine, take this data from PLC, and put all this data inside this device. I mean, mobile device. So we start from this point of view, and in 2014 we presented the first time in Dubai. We had big success, but not so big, and I tell you why. And after I will talk to you later, because what happened is that at the end of the day, we understood a big lesson. The lesson was that the real needs of our client was not only this. This is only one part. We forgot what is the real needs of the people. And it means to control person and to control the process, not only the rights, amusement rights. So we completely forget all the other actors of our movie. I mean the full scenario. So okay, so we need to step back to try to understand what it was really the needs of the client and generally. And so we start to understand what is today the maintenance. If you take care about the Italian Association of Maintenance is IMAN, what you will see? 80% of the maintenance is based on corrective, based on faults, or preventive, I mean planned. And so 80% is, we can say that is 1.0 maintenance, because there is no connection between, maybe some connection on process and normal way it works. Condition based, so I receive some information related to the machine, and in this case I start to do something. 20%, and we are moving to maintenance top 2.0. Predictive, maybe 1%, but in this case the predictive means instrumentation based, I mean vibration or something similar. In the last one, predictive, I mean machine learning based, because they start also to think about predictive maintenance, 0. Okay, so and today the maintenance, that is a really important part of the process, because if there is no maintenance, it means that no quality on the production, I mean also failure and stop of the process, etc., etc. No maintenance, no good production. So maintenance is completely outside this world of Industry 4.0, or a little bit. Again, people, why? 1.0, maybe 0.0. So we start to study, and so we discover that, guys, 80% of the 80% of all accidents are caused by human. This is in petrochemical, medicine, 60%, warehouse cargo, and air, something similar, automotive. We have more than 80% of the problem related to human factor. So this is also dedicated to a production plant, and you can see that only 19% is related to the equipment material, and only 8% related to design problem. So we are discussing today about this one, but 70% of all the rest is based on problem related to person. So we say, okay, what we can do? What we can do is to take care about the full process inside the whole company. So I mean, correct, well, all this information, but this information must drive also the tracking of the maintenance technician, and so this information must arrive on machine, and also the tracking of the production of the worker. But it doesn't mean the worker connected to the EHI and they push the button. Person that turn around the company, that use mobile device, that take some information. This is what we want. And this is today is the sensor of the person. I mean, important is one, but we need also to have and give information to the person. I tell you this, training deficiency, 50%. So it means that 50% of the problem is caused because the person have a bad training. We need to help to make a training. We spoke a lot with safety manager, and all the time they say, okay, I make a training, but they completely forget after 10 minutes what happened. So just in case something happened, completely blue. And so we need to help this person. So, what happened? We, in a couple of years, we make a complete refactory of our application, and the balance between machine data and human data started from this point to arrive more or less in the same, maybe more based on person. I will show you just only some screenshot to show some information. So, what is the central point is this device. So every day you have this device in the pocket, and we don't move without this device. Why don't we use this? So, what is the architecture? The architecture is a server. This server, it could be on-premise in the company or in cloud on our server. And what you can see is this solution start from bring information from all information that comes from the office. We connect to ERP, we connect to PLM, we connect to CAD, and this information go through the server, and this server is fed by sensor that come from machine. Normally we use OPC server that is common bus used to bring information. But what is the difference between a production plan and Industry 4.0 that you have seen before? This one. So inside the process, there is now a new element that is the person, and this information are used inside Opera like all the other information. I mean, it's like to gather the data from device, the same from the people. And the other side, using the same information, there is the maintenance team, and so we cover from this point to the other point, and all the process is in the hands of the people. What is the main feature? Feature is we have the real-time state of machine. So every time that there is an alert or there is an information, this information arrives to this one and to the web application, and all the storage. So it means that there is the full data storage of this information. Process management. It means that every information that normally you use by paper is now on mobile device. So you can bring information related to quality control. You can bring information related. Today we are using in our company to make fabric acceptance test, because in this way there is a list of all the job that the people must do, and they follow all the job. Content management. If we want that the people work in a good way, we need to provide to them all the information related to the job that they need to do. So, on this device, on the web application, you can upload every kind of contents. I mean, document, manual, video, spare parts, every information that could be used by the person on site. And finally, the team communication. Why we introduced this platform? Because 80% of the problems are caused by person, but many of them are also related to the mismatching regarding communication between people. And so we introduced a sort of WhatsApp communication inside the process. So you can see, if you like to see from one side, you can have information from the machine, and the other side, you can have information from the person. And it doesn't matter where they are located. It could be, we have clients that we are using the system in Jeddah and the machine is Riyadh or are in Dubai, but this is ubiquitous, so it doesn't matter where you are. Some screenshots, just to show you that in one side you upload the data, it could be on cloud, and all these data are, for example, in this case, is a drawing. You can have a drawing, or you can have a spare part, you can have a manual, and you can use this directly on site. In this case, you have a complete full list. So on your mobile device, you can ask to your team to make a checklist or bring information like dimension, or you can oblige them to take a picture. So this is, you track all the data. So if you have, for example, some mission critical job to do, amusement or medical, for example, you can oblige the person to take a picture, and you have in real time what's happening in your works. So you don't need to wait the person that come back from the plant or from site, receive a phone call or a piece of paper and see what happened. You have in real time. And also, for sure, this is the starting point, is the information related to the machine. So we started from, we normally have connection with machine, so normally it's PLC, and we are using now OPC server, and we have included OPC client in our software. So we have real-time information and history, so we can make also statistics. Okay, so other picture. Okay, so just only few case history, because the product is started in 2013, we're in 2017. We are moved in 3 different fields. Today we have 3 branches. One is Opera Amusement, is the original one. And one of our clients is one of the biggest owner of amusement park in all the Middle East. He has around 800 amusement park. Opera Audit is coming from the same core, but is used by inspector body, and we are also dealing now with huge inspector body in Germany and other sides of the world. And the other one is the last one when introduced industry related to Italy, because we started from outside, we come back also now in Italy. This is one of the main clients. He has 85 theme parks, 600 machines. He has 100 person in this one. And so this is the starting point. We are moving with other clients, mainly in the Middle East, now in Europe, and maybe in the future also US sometimes, somewhere else. This are our client, is LTC, is the biggest inspection body in UK. And he start to use our system because they go to on-site to make an inspection. They use only this one to make inspection. At the end of the day, they make a click and they receive the report, and they send immediately the report to the client with all the condition failure, with all the images, with all the information without touching paper. 0 paper. And so this is what we want, because if you have a chain, and in this chain there is some kind of ring broken, like it could be a person, you cannot close all the chain. Other company in Italy that use our system to make installation and maintenance of their huge warehouse machine, automatic warehouse machine. And finally, it seems quite complicated, but this is what we are doing in this company, and we are finishing now at the end of November. What is the beauty? We start from ERP, so they launch the order. The order is use the information related to database. They go directly to the PLC. This information go to the office on Opera. The information go also to the production, so the people can see the production on smart device and see what happened on the whole production, and information related to this one. Again, human data, I mean this is process data. Again, it comes back to machine, etc., etc. And right till the end. So at the end of the works, they can add also the quality control, because sometimes you have paper, notice on somewhere where there is notice related to control, and you have tracked everything. So for each product, you have the full story, starting from the end, the beginning, right to the end, you have the full story. But not only of the data, of the process. This is what we are doing. So, what is at the end? It's not okay, it's 5:30, so maybe it's enough. But I start from Wikipedia. Wikipedia say, okay, Industry 4.0 is the include the cyber physical system, the Internet of Things, cognitive computing. I'm not sure that if you want really to make a big step, is the Industry 4.0 is not only this part. We need to move to digital era. I mean, where all the information are digitalized, where information from machine, from person are melted together to have one unique platform. Is it what we are doing? Thank you.